So I think it's great that she's jumped in and she's helped some shows out. She's helping us run our podcast during the day. We've got Joanne Arnaud. If you guys, you've got to tune in to Nostalgic Radio in the morning. It is the coolest thing. 8 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, we play Nostalgic Radio. And it would be anything from comedy to mystery to westerns to sci-fi. She's got it all. And how she puts this together is phenomenal. She has found all the old shows and pairs them up with old radio commercials. So I tune it in and put it on my iPhone on my way into work, and then I'll listen to the rest of it at work. So if you're able to do that, tune in and just kind of reminisce. It is so good. She was playing The Avengers, and then she was playing Hopalong Cassidy last Friday on the Western. And it just takes me back to, even when they were on TV, watching the old shows. So if you can tune into that, it's a great, great show. We've got Spirit of Radio, of course, Spirit of Dimensions of Spirit. We've got the Mallard Report with Jim Mallard Tuesday nights, Healing Arts with Danielle Stimson, Revelations with Kimberly Simon, and, of course, Live with Belle Salisbury. We've got Alternate Frequencies with Stephen Hill on Wednesday nights. We have Ascension Talk Radio on Sundays. We have The Scary Guy will be on Fridays. Al Fitzgerald will be on Fridays and Sundays. We've got, Black Hat Lounge on Saturday. We've got tons and tons and tons. We have Sears of Souls on Mondays, which is a podcast. I'm kind of looking at my calendar here and see who we're missing. DJ Frosty, if you like country music, he plays all the old standards, and he'll mix in some modern country. And with that, we've got Dear Emmy, Paranormal Underground, of course, is with us. They're a new show with us. Radio Onyx, Paradigm Shift, Dave and Trish Kelly are with us. They're Friday nights. Parascience, Earth Radio 1, another great show. The Shadows Radio and Dark Sun Rising, Saturday afternoons. Gnomes Gone Wild on Thursday, and of course we've got Losing It with Adrian Diaz just before us on Mondays. Let's see, who am I missing? John Fortuna with What He Said, Path of the Lotus, and EFT World Healing on Wednesdays. I'm surprised I can remember half of these.
Extrasensory People on Thursdays.
People on
the
Thursdays.
Love Channel.
The Love Channel with Pamela Cummins on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. So we've got a full schedule. Few open spots, so if anybody wants to do a show, we've got a couple early prime time and early afternoon shows available. Tina McNaughton is going to be starting with us probably in April. She's going to be talking angels. That's going to be Mondays at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're just getting her set up. And, of course, Whispers Under the Willow on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m., 12:30. So that's kind of our schedule in a random order. Not necessarily any priority, but just kind of random order. But always check out our schedule page. Check out the Hazy show guide at the bottom of the chat room or the website. And click on that. And if you turn a couple pages, you'll see the complete show listing. And, of course, it'll be updated in April for all the new shows. So, busy. We're busy. We're very busy.
We're growing.
We're growing. I have to get more spenders.
Bigger pants.
I know. I got to find something. I'm bursting my buttons. So, let's see. Our guests tonight are... I'm really excited about tonight's show, by the way.
Yeah.
As you heard our first song, that was Sam Haskins, who is a trumpet and jazz singer, musician. One of our Music Submit independent artists that I wanted to bring him on and feature his music. And then we've got Lisa Tarves coming on after that. And she's a metaphysical healer. And I met her on Ascensions Radio a couple weeks ago. And I was so impressed with our discussions that I pretty much immediately after the show, I emailed her and said, okay, can you come on next week? So she's going to be with us for our second hour. So
she sounds like she's going to be great.
It is. I mean, because she gives practical experience, practical advice. and I'm all about practicality. Um,
Mhm.
we got into a lot of deep subjects last time, so I'm assuming we'll get into the same. We will be taking calls this evening for both of our guests. If you want to call in, 651-447-6309. I hope you had your pencil because I won't repeat it. Um, let's see what else. Kind of not a lot, huh?
Yeah, just we're busy. We've been
Just
busy, busy.
busy. I finally, so busy. I mean, when you talked about getting caught up, that's what I did. And my email's already full again. So I have some more emails to go ahead and respond to. But it just means that things are going in the right direction. Kimberly always talks about being the organic network, and we really are the organic network. We just haven't slowed down since we launched this back in, well, since the conception of it back in July. I don't think we've really had any time off, have we?
No, it just went go from the gates open.
Yeah, I mean, it's all your fault. We're going to blame it on Belle. She started it all. If people don't know, Belle is the one that came to me and said, "No, you are going to do this." And I kept saying, "No, no, 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 no." And Belle says, "Yes, yes, yes." And I go, "No, no, no, no." And she says, "Well, here, this person wants a show. Here, this person wants a show." And I finally had to say, "Fine. Here, use this."
And we started out on a blog site.
We started out on my blog site with this chat room and this little itty bitty server that crashed on us constantly. Um, and within a month, we had to upgrade everything. And within 6 months, I had to upgrade everything again. And it
Hmm.
looks like I will be in the next month or so having to upgrade again. A couple different things. Nothing major, just things on my side. They'll have to upgrade so we can keep the ball rolling and keep things
Yeah,
moving.
bigger servers so we can handle all the input.
Yeah, I
All the
mean, we're going to have a lot of people coming in. We're going to have a lot of, just to be able to handle all the shows. And if we go overnight, which I'm anticipating by fall, if things work out the way they are, we will be a 24/7 live internet radio network. All live shows and just a couple of podcasts here and there. So yeah, we're so not close to being done. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of
it
everybody
should
on it.
be. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. It's very overwhelming in a lot of ways just because it all happened so fast. And because I was in denial for the first 6 months, now that I woke up and looked at the schedule, I have to be, you look
Really.
at it, yeah, I mean, you look at it in a whole different light. I mean, this is serious business now.
Hmm.
This isn't a hobby anymore. I mean, this is really a full-time job for me.
This is no longer the non-network.
No, it's no longer the non-network. It's the booming network. Um, when I have other networks calling me, and you've experienced this, when I've had other networks call me and ask me, "How in the hell did you do this?
Hmm.
And how did you do it as fast as you did?" And really without any, or with very few bumps in the road. Everything went smooth. Everything fit where it was supposed to fit. All the shows fit where they were supposed to fit. And it just kept coming, and it just keeps still coming. So anyone who has come to the network is meant to be here because we're not advertising the network. We're not advertising out there yet. So
It's word of
how we're
mouth.
building, it's all word of mouth, which is kind of the way I wanted it to be. And I wanted to give one of the reasons too that I didn't start promoting or advertising or buying advertising is we have so many hosts on the network who are new in radio, and I wanted to give them a chance to get their feet wet, to experience what radio is about, experience what the commitment is about, and I didn't want to put them out there until they were all ready to go. And now that everybody's ready to go, and everybody's comfortable with it, and everybody has their shows down, um, we're ready to go with it. And I've said this before that I have media production companies, media management companies calling me left and right to wanting to promote the network and get our name out there. And I'm going to be very specific on who I bring on board because I want them to fit in with the realm of our network. I don't want them to think. I don't want the money issue to be the factor. I want them to honestly look at our network and say, this is where I want to put my investment. And those are the people that I want to bring in. And so far it's kind of happening. It's gearing that way. So
it's exciting.
It's very exciting, and I see things happening quickly. Prediction-wise, I think it's all going to come. I think it's going to come even quicker than we anticipated. Someone was saying 18 months. I'm thinking way quicker than 18 months. I'm looking like toward the end of the year when we go worldwide. I mean, we are worldwide now, but I mean as far as broadcasting, I think it'll go quicker than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else you got there, dear? Now that I've rambled on about the network for a half hour. I'm proud of the network, so.
Well, you should be. You've done an awful lot of work and, met so many goals that just fell into place.
Well, it was, when we first started putting it together, I said, this is what I want. And not knowing how I was going to get it or how it was going to work, because I really have never done this before. I've never I ran a network, but not to the capacity that I'm running it now. And It was nowhere as big as this network is. And I really just jumped in. And I really just started in on it and just went with the flow and did what I felt was right and what felt comfortable. And hopefully everybody followed us. And it all works. And I say that it's all working the way it's supposed to be because it's genuine. Everybody is in it for the same vision. I can honestly say there is not one host on this network who is in it for themselves. Everybody pitches in, everybody participates, and everybody's mission is the same. And it's to make this the best network out there. And that's where it is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I've said before, I'm not competing with anybody. There isn't a network out there that I can say, I am targeting you. I'm not. I'm just doing our own thing the way we feel that we have to do it, the way I guide it to where I want it to see it go. And I'm going to keep it going that way. As long as I have my brain intact, I will keep it up. It's all good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. So what else you got?
Nothing much. Just everyday, same old stuff. Work.
Work. But you love what you do, too. Here I am bragging about the network, and, you're the same way with your projects, with the magazine and with your shows and the work that you do. You have that same kind of mission.
Yeah, and the whole concept is behind, reaching the public and educating the public. And so, we're really on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, we really are on the same page. And, when you put good people and when you put good energy out there, that's the energy that's going to stay. And that's the energy that's going to be put out there as well. So, phenomenal. But it is coming down to the bottom of the half hour. I suppose we should go find our first guest. I'm really excited to go and find our first guest. Should we go find him? Are you ready?
I think we should. Yeah, we've already got people asking about him in the chat room.
I know we do. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Coming up next is Sam Haskins. Incredible voice, and I actually have his music coming up for you in just a second. So don't go away. You're listening to The Broader View on the Hazy Radio Network.
Do you feel a sudden loss of energy? Are you struggling with your relationships? Do you wake up with scratches you just can't explain? The Mallard Report can help. Listen every Tuesday at 9 p.m. for everything you need to know about the spirit world. Learn from investigators like Paul Bradford of Ghost Hunters International. Knowledge is power. Protect yourself with the Mallard Report. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more info, go to italkparanormal.com.